spotted on TV by accident. Well, I just want to start this video because I've seen it a lot. People seem to comment on my videos a lot. It really needs to stop. So, start with this. So, I see a lot of people. So, see, I didn't damage the TV. Just making sure. So, I want to start off. Not, as the title says, not every single video game, TV show, or movie, video game is woke, satanic, or pushing an agenda. Because you seem to have a lot of Christians, you seem to have a lot of religious people saying this. And this is why no one takes truth as serious. This is why no one takes certain Christians serious, because they go around saying every single video game, every single movie, music is satanic or pushing an agenda, which is not the case, and it needs to stop. It honestly needs to stop. It really does, because I've noticed every single video that I do as well, people say, oh, this video game's pushing a satanic agenda, and yet they give no evidence. I'm going to show not every game and not every video, movie, is pushing a satanic agenda or woke agenda. Because again, this is exactly why no one is taking certain Christians serious today, because they go around saying every single thing is satanic. You'll have people saying this is satanic, which it isn't. These are games and that ain't satanic or pushing a agenda. But again, you'll just have these negative people and that just say, oh, every single video game is satanic, and that's something that I want to address as well. Because on this channel, I have never ever said that playing video games is satanic. I've never said to people stop playing video games, and I've never said every game is pushing an agenda. I've never said it once, but people seem to twist my words and say, oh, every game's satanic. It isn't. Not every game is pushing an agenda. Not every single game is pushing an agenda or is woke. But that's the thing that we have today. They say every game's satanic, every single game is pushing an agenda, when it isn't. This game I played, it's not satanic. There's no anyone that says it is. Tell me what agenda is Mario pushing. It's not really any agenda. But again, this is why I said, this is why most people don't take truth as serious, because they start saying every single thing is satanic. And that's why people don't take these people serious, because it's just stupid. Because again, none of these games, none of them are pushing a agenda, and none of them are woke. None of them are. These games are kid friendly. 2, they're not satanic. Because again, anyone saying that these are satanic, tell me what games, tell me what about this game is pushing a agenda. Tell me what's satanic about it. And hello, welcome to the stream. Well, as I said, To the people out there that say everything's satanic, to the people that say everything's satanic, what is satanic about Mario? And hello, welcome to the stream. There's nothing satanic about that game either. I can list so many games that I own. So many. But again, you'll just have so many people saying that every single game's satanic, every single game's pushing an agenda, which just proves these people saying this have never played the games that they say they're satanic. Every game that I've made a video about, every single video that I've made about a certain game, I've proved the agendas. But let's try and find a game now that this is another one. You'll probably have people saying this is satanic because it's a horror game. That's another thing as well. Not every horror movie as well as satanics. Horror is meant to scare people. There's very horror things in the Bible, very gruesome things in the Bible. So, and that's the thing as well. It is not a sin, because many Christians seem to go around saying this. There's nowhere in the Bible where it says it's a sin to play video games, watch movies, or listen to certain music. Now, obviously, if you wish listening to devil worship music, obviously, but this is what I said. They say everything's satanic, and I fell for it once when you're in this mindset where you just say everything's satanic, pushing an agenda. Not every game is. Not every game is pushing an agenda. And that's what a lot of these truthers need to get through their head. I've been doing this for more than 10 years. And hello, welcome to the stream. Like even this. Here's another game that isn't satanic. It's just a platforming game where you collect robots. Nothing satanic about it, nothing pushing an agenda. So that's what I said. Not every game is woke. Not every game is pushing an agenda. Yes, there are some. The ones that push an agenda, that most of those flop anyway. Like the woke games that come out, no one buys them anyway, so. But the point of this video is people need to stop saying that every single video game contains Illuminati or occult symbolism, because it's just nonsense. Like someone said that, what game was it? They said a game that I made a video about recently contained Illuminati symbolism. Yeah, they also said, it's here somewhere, they also said this game contains Illuminati symbolism. Where? I played the game. There is no Illuminati symbolism. There is no agenda being pushed in this game. There's no satanic symbolism in this game. This is what I said. People are just making stuff up. And this is why I said, this is why when people come to my videos, they connect me to people that's why I broke myself away. I don't collab with anyone, because a lot of people on here just use you for views. A lot of these people just rage bait and say, oh, every game's satanic just for views. This game is pushing not a single agenda. It's not woke. People just say it is because you're playing as a female. And then again, I had someone say, this is satanic. What's satanic about this? Honestly, what is satanic about Now, if I've actually played these games. If these games were satanic or pushing a agenda, I'd straight up make videos about it. But it's just nonsense, man. It really is. Not every movie and not every video game is woke or pushing a agenda. And that's why when people click on my videos and other truth of videos, they associate me and others with little idiots like that say everything's satanic. It's just garbage. You really think that God wants you to literally never watch a single movie again? There's Christian movies out there. So you get these people that say every movie's satanic. I guess even Christian movies are satanic. It's just stupid. It really is. It's just dumb. And you have many people, if many people don't like my content, as I've said many times, no one's forced to watch it. But I just find it so weird that every video that made all this game's got satanic symbols in it, and I'm like, no, it doesn't. You really think that I'd make it? I'd show the game if it every game that I've just showed I played because I'm a real gamer, and there's nothing wrong with that. Because Christians seem to think that as well. Oh, you can't play video games. And these same hypocrites, they'll either these same hypocrites that call people out for stuff like that. Like, I've never said stop playing video games. I use video games as a way to cope in this world. Because again, you were given life. God gave people a life for a reason. God gave people life for a reason. Again, the trolls again. We're just going to ignore that crap. We're just going to ignore these clowns. But, and as well, not every music is satanic either. That's something as well. I've never said that either. I've never said every single music video is satanic, so if people thought no, that's not what this channel is about. This channel is about showing you. This channel has always been about showing you video games, TV shows, music that does have these agendas. That's what this channel is about. So if you don't see a certain game on this channel, then obviously either one, it's not woke, or two, I haven't played it. But yeah, and it as well. Forgot what I was going to say now, but you are, as a Christian and people that believe in God, there is nothing wrong. People can say, "Oh, you're promoting lies." There's nothing wrong with watching movies or playing video games as long as you do not idolize these objects. That's when it becomes a problem. Nowhere in the Bible and nowhere does it say that it is a sin to watch a movie or play a video game. Nowhere. I don't follow religion. I follow the Bible. I follow what the Bible says. And nowhere in the Bible does it say And it even says in the Bible that that somewhere in the Bible where people use things of the world, but you're not attached to them. Because you can even read the Bible. Nowhere in the Bible does it say it's a sin to watch a TV show. Or now, if the only time, even if the TV show is satanic, as long as you are not supporting that show, then it's obviously not a sin, because it's just the most dumbest thing ever. Because how many TV shows, you really think that Jesus Christ died on the cross because people were watching TV shows? No, he died on the cross because of actual sins that people were committing, like theft, murder, sleeping with other people's wives, many sins that went on in the world. That's what he died for. He didn't die for all because people were just watching TV shows. And if no one cares why you're here, then if no one cares why you're here, always gets me that. If you don't care why you're here, obviously you spent your time out your day to click on the live stream, so obviously you do care. So seems someone's in denial here. Obviously you do care. If you didn't care, normal people that don't care wouldn't have even bothered clicking on the live stream, so you obviously do care. So you're not fooling no one here. Also, this game, I showed this. This game does not push your agenda. You are, and people will probably say, oh, well, there's Egyptian symbolism. Well, guess what? Egypt still exists. So I guess people that live in Egypt, I guess the country Egypt, because it is promoting the Illuminati. No. All she does is explore tombs. There is no agenda. There's no symbolism. People just want to reach. If it was pushing her agenda, I'd straight up make a video about it. I really would. I'd make a video about it. But not every game is woke. Not every game is pushing an agenda. I've never said that on this channel, and you'll find not a single video where I've said that. They'll probably clip out of context where I said, oh, almost every game is like this. That's a figure of speech. A lot of people say it. I've never said that every single video game, movie, or TV show is satanic or woke or pushing an agenda. That's just obvious. A lot of people just twist my words on my channels. There's nothing wrong with watching a movie that doesn't push any agendas. There's nothing wrong with that. Same as there's nothing wrong with playing a video game that isn't satanic. There's Christian video games out there as well. So I guess people that play those games, I guess those are satanic. It's just nonsense, man. And playing video games or even watching TV shows isn't a sin. You won't find it lists what the sins are in the Bible. Murder, basically murder, drunkenness, cursing can be seen as a sin, but it depends the context. Also, drunkenness is a sin. Sleeping with other people's wives is a sin. Sexual immorality is a sin. Stealing is a sin. These are the actual sins. Not watching a movie or playing a video game. And I've said anyway what I use video games and TV shows. I don't even watch TV shows, to be honest, so. Well, I use video games and I've made it very clear which ones I play. I play Mario and that because. And before I buy a video game, I check whether it's pushing an agenda. I watch gameplay trailers before I buy a game. And as I said, this one, there's no agenda pushed in this game whatsoever. You're just playing as Mario. You can either play as Mario, Peach, Luigi, Toad, and you're just going through platforms. There's no agenda being pushed in these games. That's why I said I recommend Mario games. There's nothing anti-Christian, there's nothing anti-God in these games. They're just an Italian guy platforming. That's all it is. As I said, yes, every game that I've exposed on my channels, I don't own. Well, some of them I do because I can't get rid of them. I'm not going to resell them. I'm not going to sell them to someone. So just keep them where they are. But yeah, even this one. There's no agenda being pushed in this game either. You just go to a mansion and you're capturing ghosts. There's no agenda pushed in these games. There's no symbolism at all. There's no symbolism whatsoever being pushed in these games. Because again, these games perfectly are fine to play if you're a Christian and a follower of Christ. There's nothing wrong with these games. I played hours and hours and hours and I grew up with these games. There is no anti-Christian message. There is no anti-Christ or symbolism in these games. They're perfectly fine to play. And it's not a sin either to do so. Because I could use people's own logic against them. Everything that you support and buy and use on a daily basis is worship the Antichrist. Drinks, cars. So it's very stupid, the logic. In reality, if people want to use that logic, you shouldn't be supporting certain car companies. You should be just riding a bike. Because a lot of the car companies that people support are anti-Christ. So yeah. Well, games the ones that have exposed on this channel, the games that I exposed on my channels obviously are pushing the agenda. Those are the ones I warn people about to avoid. That's the whole point of those videos. The whole point of my channels is, hey, I show you the symbolism in the video games, the agendas in the video games, and if you can do whatever you want with the information, you can listen to it, ignore it, it's up to you. If God leads you to not listen to it, then that's down to you and God. It's nothing to me. I'm just the messenger here. I show you the symbolism, and that's that. So yeah, as long as you're watching movies and video games that ain't pushing a satanic agenda, that was what I was saying. If you're not watching a movie that's pushing a satanic agenda and you're not supporting movies that are satanic, obviously it's not a sin. I don't support TV shows. I don't support Netflix. I don't even own Netflix. What I show with And that video got copyright claimed anyway, so if you see ads on that certain WWE video, it got claimed. Just like I said, that's why I don't show footage. But I don't support satanic TV shows. Everything that I own in my collection, none of it's woke. None of it's woke or satanic. Because if a game is straight up satanic, like games like Court of the Lamb, I didn't buy it. If a game's straight up satanic to me, I'm not gonna buy it. Those are games that Christians should not play, because they're clearly satanic. Now, as I said, games like these, and again, if you don't like it, click off the live stream. And it's someone's feet. What am I supposed to do? The camera's here. Again, it's not my fault. So, and what's up? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. So yeah, as I said, games that do push the agenda obviously don't support. That's obvious if you're a Christian and stuff like that. Even if you're not a Christian, don't support woke games or satanic games anyway, because you're just literally feeding these companies. Like with me, I don't support the companies that make these games. Most of the time I'll either buy it second hand or I'll wait for the price drop. That's what I do, so I'm not paying full price. Now if it's a game like obviously Nintendo, I highly doubt that, man. Highly doubt that. No one turns that way. It's just the fact you have to be born into that. You don't just become that. It's as simple as that. No, video games don't cause. That's another thing as well. Video games don't cause violence either. That's a thing used by a lot of these journalists and stuff like that. They say that all violent video games cause violence and people to go out and commit crime. It doesn't. I've played violent video games all my life, and I've not gone out and committed crimes. It's nonsense. People that go out and commit crimes or turn a certain way, they were born that way. They were already that way to start with. It just took that game to unlock that was already there. Same thing with serial killers. No one just becomes a serial killer. They're wired that way at birth, and it just takes for it to be unlocked. And I agree, woke games are of the devil, because again, the woke community, and I don't support woke games either. These are the games that I don't support, because I want to make it very clear to the people watching this back. I don't support satanic games. I don't own satanic games. I don't own woke games. So yeah, wanted to make that very clear. And I don't even own music either. So, and woke games are of the devil, because again, we know exactly what the woke. I can't get into it on here. I'll leave it at that. We all know what the woke stand for. A lot of them hate God. Yeah. Said there's nothing wrong with playing platform games as a Christian. There's nothing wrong with it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. There is nothing wrong with playing platformer games or even horror games, because unless they're satanic or pushing an agenda, that's when it becomes a problem. So I'm not saying that you can. I'm not saying that you should support satanic video games. That's not what it is. The ones that ain't satanic, obviously, there's nothing wrong with that. Because a lot of Christians as well promote that drinking alcohol is a sin. It's not. The Messiah himself drunk wine. And yet you have many Christians out there saying, oh, I'm never going to touch. No, I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I don't do any of that. Never done drugs. Never drunk. Never got drunk in my entire life. Honestly, I haven't. So yeah. No, the whole point of this, not every game is woke, as the title says. We'll get the games that are woke. Give me a second. Right. I can literally show you, because I don't own that many games anymore. Right. I still own some, but these are some of the games that I own. Still own this. Yes, this game is woke. I'm not going to deny that one. The game's woke. Dragon Ball Z pushes an agenda where they think they're all gods. Nothing wrong with Silent Hill, but Silent Hill, we all know what it's about. There's nothing wrong with playing it, but the game is about the occult. This game I've already exposed. This game I exposed woke, but I'm not gonna resell these games to people, because these are the games that I will never play again because they push an agenda. Hogwarts Legacy, we all know why it's woke. We know exactly why it's woke. A lot of the anti-woke grifter channels were like, oh, they never said anything about this, yet we know exactly what's in Hogwarts Legacy. It's riddled with woke crap, and it has a woke certain NPC in the game. But yeah, there's many games here. This game is woke. This one right here. This game I've never played. I played it for about 10 minutes and then I got rid of it because it's trash. The Persona franchise. The Walking Dead, we all know that game was a buggy, broken mess. This game played for about a certain amount of time, never played it again. Mortal Kombat is kind of a satanic game if you think about it. This game's not satanic, you're just playing as a dragon. There's another game that I exposed, made a video about it. Street Fighter 6, woke trash. So these are the games that I recommend not supporting in games that you shouldn't really play if you're a Christian, because they're woke. So yeah, I'm making it very clear now that woke games, satanic games, Christians shouldn't be playing. The only games that Christians should be playing is non-woke and non-satanic games. So now you know, I'm not saying, oh, you can play satanic games. Not saying that. Saints Row, these games where basically you're like a god in the game, so in reality it's pushing an agenda. These are just fan service games. I bought them when I was a teenager. I still haven't played them. And to those this is a real Resident Evil fan. I grew up with it, as you can clearly see. And I've exposed most of the Resident Evil games, to be honest. Every single one of them, as you can see. So even that woke piece of crap there, The Last of Us TV show, is woke as anything. Utter garbage, man. Tomb Raider is what these don't push any agenda at all. Tomb Raider, none of these push agenda, and none of the old ones do either. People say the woke because all you're playing is a female. Red Dead Redemption is woke because we already know why it's woke. One guy made a video, they patched it in the game where you couldn't go after this certain NPC that was a feminist. So we all know why that's woke. And as I said, Red Dead Redemption 2 is one of the worst cowboy games ever made. The first one's far better, and it's not woke, and it's not shoving garbage down your throat. Now again, as you can see, SpongeBob, the TV show SpongeBob is pushing an agenda, but the games don't. And as you can see, the games that I expose, I've actually played. So anyone that wants to say to me in the future that, oh, you most likely haven't played any of the games that you call woke or expose, I have. I've exposed every single one that I exposed. Also Gotham Knights. I don't believe I made a video about that one. No, I didn't. Because the game wasn't woke. The Yakuza franchise, there's nothing wrong with playing these games, but again, because these games are just fighting. It's about the Yakuza. Yes, gangs are not part of the agenda. Well, they kind of are, but it's just talking about the Yakuza. I own every single Yakuza game. Every single one. So yes, as I said, true Resident Evil fan. Resident Evil Dead Aim, again, that probably nobody's ever heard of. Resident Evil Outbreak. None of the these ones push their agenda besides this one, and we'll show you why this one pushes their agenda. I made a video about it a long time ago. We know why this one pushes the agenda. This game is actually woke. I don't know whether it shows the boss. There's a boss in it that transforms. He's male. I'll leave it at that. Again, the one eye symbolism. So you see, I grew up with these games, so I know what I'm on about. Then you've got these. You got these here. WWE. I don't even play that anymore. Don't support the WWE. It's just woke crap now. Spider-Man, the game that I exposed, just woke crap. Final Fantasy Rebirth just pushes witchcraft. All the Final Fantasy games push witchcraft. So I do not recommend any of those games because, again, I still own this garbage. You've got to get rid of it. The Doom Eternal. So yes, when I made a video about that game, I played the entire game, hence why I knew what the storyline was about. Horizon Forbidden Horizon franchise woke. The GTA trilogy, made a video about that, but nobody cared about it. The Walking Dead, there's obviously nothing wrong with playing that one, because it's not pushing an agenda, it's just zombies. Ghost of Tsushima, Minecraft, there's nothing wrong with playing that as a Christian. It does have the underworld, but again, it's just about building blocks. So you see, I actually have exposed a lot of the games that I talk about. I've got more down there, but I can't be bothered showing them. Even that game, this one right here, that had the Baphomet symbol in it, the pentagram. The guy, I don't even think I made a video about it. This game pushes the agenda. The guy is demonically possessed. And welcome to the chat. Hello. This one, anyone that's played it, the guy's demonically possessed the entire game. And it has the pentagram as a trophy on the trophy list. And this guy's demonically possessed. It has the Illuminati symbolism in it. So yes, I do own games that I still need to get rid of. Even this one, The Devil in Me. Own Until Dawn, the original. I own the PS5 version as well. As I said with The Last of Us 2, woke. I'm not going to go resell these. That's why I still own them. Because I'm not going to sell them. So yeah. A lot of the games that I've talked about are woke. And the people that talk about Alan Wake, which is right there, that game's woke. Heavily woke. Yes. So yeah, I've showed you the games that are full of agendas and the games that are woke. Here's another one that isn't satanic. There you go. You'll have Christians saying that this one's satanic when it clearly isn't. So give me a second. This is a game you can easily play if you're a Christian. You can easily play this game. There's no agenda in it. You're just a cat. And you probably can't even... This game's actually coming to PlayStation Plus in November for free. So, if you're a Christian, this is a game that I recommend to Christians and anyone. You play as a cat, and that's all you do. You play as a cat. There's nothing satanic about it. Nothing at all. So yeah, as you can see, you just play as a cat. That's all you do in this game. You play as a cat. It's not woke. It's not pushing an agenda. It's a perfect game to play. Hello and welcome to the chat. This game's perfectly fine to play, perfectly fine to support. It was made by an indie team, and there's no agenda, there's no woke agenda in this game, there's no satanic crap. It's a fun game. You just play as a cat. Now, wouldn't recommend it on the Switch. I got it on the Switch because the physical for the PS5 can't get any more. I think they made a limited amount, so I was lucky to get it on the Switch. So yeah, this game's perfectly fine to play. Now, again, if you don't want to play games, that's fine. The whole point of this live stream, like I said, was to tell people that not every single game is satanic, not every single game is woke. and not every single game is pushing a agenda. That's the whole point of this live stream. All the games that I've exposed are I still meant what I said in those videos. They are satanic games and should be avoided. In reality, I should make a video. I should make a video of games to avoid or games that I recommend. Because again, it's my channel. I'll post what I want to. But there's many other games that are not satanic. Mario Kart, the new one on the Switch 2. That's perfectly fine to play. The Mario Kart World, no agenda being pushed. It's not satanic. It's just a racing game where you can play as many characters. There's nothing satanic about Mario Kart. So yeah, as I said, not every single game is pushing an agenda, and not every single game is woke or satanic. And not every single TV show is pushing an agenda, and not every single TV show is satanic. Yes, a lot of them are, and I've exposed a lot of them, but not every single one is. So yeah. So I just wanted to make this video to make things clear. Because I've never said that playing video games is a sin. I've never said that watching TV shows is a sin. And I've never said listening to music is a sin. Now if you buy video games openly knowing that they're satanic, like the game that I exposed the other day, then yeah, you most likely worship Satan. I don't buy games like that. I don't own that game. I don't own Cult of Lamb either, because they're satanic games. Games like Diablo 4, the Diablo, the Doom franchise. I only own one of the Doom games. I used to own the original ones, but got rid of them. So yeah, I don't buy satanic games. I buy games like this that ain't woke, they're not pushing an agenda, and they're just fun games. And again, I've told this from the first day that I started my channel. I use video games to cope in this satanic fallen world. I use them. I'm not attached to them. Yes, I collect games because I'm a physical person. I don't believe in digital. But yeah. So yeah, if you've had any doubt, if you're a Christian, you can happily play games like Stray. There's the games that are pushing an agenda, that it's not a sin to play them, but if you're openly playing games that are satanic, then and most likely you probably might end up worshipping the devil, or might already do. But I don't watch satanic TV shows. I don't watch satanic movies. I don't play satanic video games. If I have a game, the worst I've got is just woke games. And the only woke game that I've got is the ones that showed The Last of Us. And that's about it. So yeah. It's getting late. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. I'll see you in the next video. Later. Appreciate all the support, like I said, on this channel. It means a lot, and I'm going to continue to post what I want on this channel. And if people don't watch it, they don't watch it. As I said, I post what I want now on this channel. And I branch out to other things. I'm going to make content that I feel happy about And what's up, man? I'm gonna be ending the stream in a minute. So have a great day. Take care, everyone. I'll see you in the next live stream. So yeah.